Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Thursday, June 10th, at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 702 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Tax incentives for a rich guy hotel by Kansas City's Kauffman Center still a bad idea. Half of the pandemic's unemployment money may have been stolen. Why it is no longer cool to be a crazy rich Asian in China. Solar eclipse 2021, ring of fire to sweep across the earth. Body cam video shows 16-year-old migrant boy in Texas shelter being tased by sheriff and called El Stupido. World shares mixed as investors await U.S. price data, G7. Capitol Police Union calls on acting chief to stand aside over Senate's riot findings. People are scared as gang activity fuels Portland violence. Report, Pentagon considering use of warplanes, drones if Afghan forces are in crisis. Ashley Babbitt's family sue police to identify officer who killed her. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Hive, ring of fire solar eclipse is seen around the world, Reuters. Harry and Meghan deny claim Queen was not consulted on naming new daughter Lilibet, NBC News. Myanmar military junta charges Aung San Suu Kyi with corruption, CNN. The new guy, Biden debuts at the democracy's most exclusive club, New York Post. Giancarlo Stanton blasts 2 homers in Yankees win, New York Post. India reports more than 6,000 daily COVID deaths, highest ever in the world, CNBC. NBA playoffs 2021, Chris Paul couldn't have drawn up a better scenario for the Phoenix Suns, ESPN. European stocks cautious as global markets await U.S. inflation data, ECB meeting, CNBC. California workplace regulators withdraw controversial mask rules in effort to align with state guidance, KTLA Los Angeles. Arkansas woman suing police after brief chase ends with her car flipped on its top, NBC News. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. The name Donald hit record low popularity in 2020. 20 things from Amazon that'll help you exercise with your dog more. Just 34 amazing birthday gifts to send to your family. 18 essential kitchen purchases you should stop putting off. When's the best time of day to take your vitamins? Your coffee maker is a breeding ground for mold and germs. Here's how to clean it. 5 Korean sunscreens that are light years ahead. Ex-GOP rep tells Republicans, ditch patron saint if sore losers Trump. Man accused of impersonating Trump family members to defraud donors of thousands. Stephen Colbert jabs anti-vaxxers with the truth about their latest wild conspiracy. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Former Oklahoma County deputy arrested. Auto shop converts Beetle into electric vehicle. Woman accused of setting husband on fire. Jury awards $7.50 to man cleared of murder. 2 men jump from moving van during police chase. Miss Oklahoma competition returns to Tulsa. Northeast to consider hunting season for river otters. Students shot in hand after graduation practice. Girl with rare genetic condition gets service dog thanks to strangers. Bride shares cautionary tale about vacation rental. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Sign up, on politics. Despite shots and incentives, vaccine rates lag in southern U.S. U.S. and Britain plan to announce renewed Atlantic charter. U.S. consumer price numbers out today could give insight on inflation. Solar eclipse 2021 live, where and when to watch the Ring of Fire. The unlikely pioneer behind mRNA vaccines. How to watch tonight's New York City mayoral debate. New York City mayor's race, residency questions and an endorsement. JBS paid $11 million ransom to hackers. Headliners and headdresses return to Las Vegas. Will tourists follow? The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Virginia mom who survived Maoist China eviscerates school board's critical race theory push. Toyota VP says new Tundra pickup will blow you away. This is the cheapest pickup you can buy right now. Senator Lindsey Graham, COVID lab leak raises serious questions about politicization of science, 2020 election. Florida woman still believes she saw a small dinosaur running through yard. North Carolina high school principal surprises graduates with moving version of I Will Always Love You. Biden claims Pentagon views climate change as America's greatest threat. AOC urges Dems to move now, hints a death could cost party Senate majority. Black Columbia professor urges anti-racist parents to pull students from NJ prep school. Bear gets stuck on Arizona utility pole, video shows. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Thursday, June 10th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Palmetto Championship Preview, can Dustin Johnson get on track at Congaree? 5-year-old girl finally gets new wheelchair thanks to anonymous donor, after 2-year insurance struggle. 4th stimulus check, can you expect another relief payment? I'm not the most in need, Harvard-bound teen turns down $40K scholarship at graduation ceremony. Gang of thieves swarms Louis Vuitton store, swipes $100,000 plus in handbags. Woman attacked by alligator while walking her dog near Florida lake. Child tax credit, how much money will you get each month? When will federal unemployment benefits run out in your state? Jon Stewart to appear on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert as first in-studio guest of 2021. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, The Daily Mail. NHS waiting list breaches 5 million for first time ever. President Biden's 17-car motorcade charges through Cornish town. Guests are evacuated from G7 hotel in Cornwall after bomb scare. COVID-19 UK, Boris Johnson could implement a mix and match unlocking on June 21st Freedom Day. Michael Vaughan calls for end to cricket's ridiculous Twitter row. Manchester City kit man puts 40,000 Range Rover on eBay just days after winning it in raffle. Husband to be is slammed after checking his phone while his fiancée walks down the aisle. Coronavirus, normal breathing can send saliva droplets more than 7 feet through the air in 90 seconds. Matt Hancock braces for epic grilling from MPs over COVID failures. Who is Farah Pahlavi, subject of the most controversial book in the art world right now? The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. The gulf between Boris Johnson and Joe Biden. Iran Judiciary chief stages first campaign rally despite virus. Bus crash in Russia kills 6, injures 15. Kim Jong-un appears to have lost some weight, and that could have geopolitical consequences. 100-hold rare protest in Bahrain after prisoner's death. COVID-19 live updates, Seattle takes crown of most vaccinated major U.S. city. Myanmar military plane crash kills 12, including senior monk. Asia welcomes U.S. vaccine donations amid cold storage worries. COVID-free Auckland, New Zealand, crowned world's most livable city. Iraq releases Iran-linked militiamen in blow to efforts to check impunity. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. England v New Zealand, second test, day 1, live. COVID live, India reports 6,148 deaths after toll revised up, call for complete access for pandemic origins analysts. Obama still doesn't understand why his presidency disappointed so many. Nicholas Russell. America's richest men pay $0 in income tax. This is wealth supremacy. Robert Reich. G7 leaders will reportedly call for fresh WHO COVID investigation, and Biden declares the U.S. is back first thing. Otherhood by Prajya Agarwal review on the choices of being a woman. The conflict in the Middle East is sustained by the silencing of Palestinians. Gadak Army. David Squires on An Odyssey of Glorious Euro's failure for the home nations. Markets brace for U.S. inflation data and European Central Bank meeting, Business Live. Boris Johnson must respect rule of law and implement Brexit deal, says EU. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Biden offers COVID template for world leadership, The Note. Watch, solar eclipse visible in U.S. for first time since 2017. Cicadas delay White House press charter to Europe. After first round fails, where do infrastructure talks stand? SA warns of staffing shortages at more than 100 airports. Police officers charged with assault, dereliction of duty during protest. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. McDon American League Division Series BTS meals, Indonesia branches forced to shut due to high orders. Palestinian security officers killed during Israeli raid in West Bank. Protest wasn't cleared for Trump photo op, report. Meat giant JBS pays $11 in ransom to resolve cyber attack. Biden warns Russia against harmful activities at start of first official trip. Alberto Fernandez, Argentine president apologizes for Brazil comments. Number of migrants at U.S. border hits new record high. Kenyan avocado farm faces more claims of abuse. Has Bollywood become more progressive over the years? The dilemma of rebuilding Gaza without rearming Hamas. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Is your dog snacking on cicadas? Here's how to keep them safe until the insects disappear. Probe revisits spaces to end Lafayette Park protest. Progressives unite around one candidate in NYC mayor's race. Will it be enough to win the post-COVID moment? Going to waste? Hundreds of thousands of doses of Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine will expire this month. AP Top Stories June 10th. In the Heights opens Tribeca. White supremacy colors everything, even art. Cut to artists of color battle narrative that ideal skin for ink is white. Pfizer to donate 500 doses to U.S. for low-income countries. California withdraws masking workplace rules. Live COVID-19 updates. Queen Elizabeth's history with U.S. presidents. Scientists trace bird migration with tech. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. 4 Glendale police officers placed on leave after video appears to show use of force during arrest. Cal OSHA will propose allowing vaccinated workers to stop wearing masks. Witness says Garcetti expressed surprise City hadn't been sued over his former aide. New sum and California lawmakers approved to receive pay raise amid improving economy. She's been at City Hall 6 months. Now Nathir Rahman is being targeted for recall. Garden Grove police officer charged with assaulting homeless people while on duty. Forward progress stopped on vegetation fire in San Bernardino County. Police arrest man suspected of kidnapping his ex-girlfriend and killing a bystander. LA is poised to ban tenant harassment. Here's what the proposed law covers. Californians vaccinated for COVID-19 can largely shed masks on June 15. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Thursday, June 10, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Developer abandons Keystone XL pipeline project, ending decade-long battle. BC defers old growth logging in Ferry Creek and Central Walbran upon First Nations request. Nicaragua arrests potential challengers to President Daniel Ortega ahead of elections. Estonia is the first Baltic nation to ban for farming. We've woken up. Young Chinese life ladders protest against life's grind. Israeli election crisis deepens. Traitors, fears of violence grows as Netanyahu clings to power. The world has marked the first rise in child labor in 2 decades, and the coronavirus crisis threatens to push millions more youngsters toward the same fate. The UN report said the number of child laborers stood at 160 million at the start of 2020, an increase of 8.4 million in just 4 years. Israel's army chief Aviv Kochavi said on Wednesday that the intelligence officer who died in military prison was about to compromise a big secret, and that he was stopped at the last minute. India moving towards Chinese model on internet control, says Cloudflare CEO. Keystone XL pipeline project cancelled by TC Energy. Russia officially outlaws Navalny's political network a week before Putin's meeting with Biden. Russia court bans Navalny's groups, labels them extremist. Children among those allegedly terrorized in Nazareth police torture room. Biden administration to buy 500 million Pfizer coronavirus vaccine doses to donate to the world. Firebrand left-wing teacher Pedro Castillo announced he had won the runoff vote against right-wing candidate Keiko Fujimori and would become the next president of Peru. The next headlines are from Forbes. How the FTC could hurt the future of cancer research. Where investors earned the most from Bitcoin in 2020, infographic. When and where to watch the Summer Game Fest 2021 and what to expect, including Elden Ring. Audi e-tron, happier on city, country roads than fast highways, needs more powerful battery, but does it matter? Grab SPAC merger delayed to fourth quarter pending completion of financial audit. Macro Fab, driving the cloud-based transformation of electronics manufacturing. India reports a record 6,148 COVID-19 deaths in 1 day as eastern state revises toll. Malaysian billionaire brothers KL Kepin plans to pay over $600 million to take over IJM plantations. Elden Ring reveal teased for Summer Game Fest. Here's what we know. Consumer protections for income share agreements, how to get them right. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Does vaccinating adults stop kids from spreading COVID-19? AI system outperforms humans in designing floor plans for microchips. Embrace the WHO's new naming system for coronavirus variants. A 4D roadmap for the formation of hair follicles. SPO-11 generates gaps through concerted cuts at sites of topological stress. Tomographic reconstruction of oxygen orbitals in lithium-rich battery materials. Inflammation in heart disease, do researchers know enough? Is there more to a healthy heart diet than cholesterol? A graphical guide to ischemic heart disease. Managing the Detaiome, medical misogyny, and the problem with palm oil, books in brief. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,710,840,387 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Cannes completes official selection lineup for 2021 edition with Ari Folman, Gaspar Noé titles. Grindstone nabs North American rights to Russian box office hit upon the Magic Roads exclusive. Buddhadeb Das Gupta, award-winning Indian filmmaker, dead at 77. Federation Kids and Family to distribute Kung Fu Hua, from China's Tencent Video and Young Media. Game of Thrones star Yuri Kolokolnikov on building bridge between Russia and Hollywood. Idris and Sabrina Elba launch Coupledom podcast, guests include Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian West. BAFTA reveals breakthrough India talent, applications for next round delay due to COVID-19. Liz Murdoch's Locksmith Animation hires Natalie Fisher as CEO, co-founder Sarah Smith exits. BFI and British Council unveil hot UK projects heading to Cannes. Gossip Girl revival trailer gives a glimpse into the scandalous lives of Manhattan super-rich kids. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. El Chapo's wife is expected to plead guilty to helping run the global drug cartel. Inflation is surging. The price of a Toyota pickup truck helps explain why. A growing number of critics raise alarms about the Electoral College. Child labor surges for the first time in 20 years. The pandemic may make that worse. The U.S. Capitol Police are adding an emotional support dog to the force. Indian Affairs promise to reform tribal jails. We found death, neglect and disrepair. How Bitcoin has fueled ransomware attacks. The controversial Arizona election review is drawing Republicans from around the U.S. Millions could face eviction with federal moratorium ending and logjam in aid. What causes the Northern Lights? Scientists finally know for sure. The following headlines are from the week. National Geographic adds a fifth ocean to the world map. Will the left get the last laugh in the NYC mayoral race? 7 scathingly funny cartoons about Democrats' Joe Manchin problem. Stop pretending it's impossible to tax wealth. The Republican betrayal of property rights. What the Mara gay controversy should tell liberals. Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Colbert, and Jimmy Kimmel laugh about Biden's cicada troubles. 5 former Treasury secretaries endorse Biden proposals to crack down on tax evasion. Athlete's dream comes true when she's surprised with entry into Special Olympics USA Games. Texas hospital system suspends workers who won't get the COVID-19 vaccine. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. The unlikely demise of Texas' biggest corporate tax break. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Jeff Bezos will be flying to space aboard New Shepard next month. Conceptual design for a lunar habitat. There are particles of 4.5 billion-year-old solar wind trapped inside the Earth. Finally, new pictures of Ganymede, thanks to Juno. These are the news headlines for today, Thursday, June 10th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Meet Australodon, Australia's largest dinosaur yet discovered. China to launch Shenzhou 12 mission to its space station. NASA announced 2 missions to Venus by 2030. Why that's exciting. Why NASA sent tiny water bears into space. Top 7 tips for observing the sun safely. The next news is from Politico. George Floyd's murder transformed America. Russian court bans Alexei Navalny's organization. How Biden puts Emmanuel Macron in a bind. The biggest city in Lauren Boebert's district has some complaints. Kyrsten Sinema gets her make-or-break moment with Republicans. Biden pitched a bold climate vision. He may be watching it die in Congress. China is the elephant in the room at the G7. Republicans rebel against a powerful anti-opioid tool. Commutes are changing. What does that mean for commuter rail? Scott Walker cuts ad encouraging COVID vaccination. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. AFL 2021 live updates. Rosie explodes as Power gain upper hand against Cats. Marshall subbed out early. AFL expert tips and teams. Round 13. Naismith facing another year out after cruel injury blow. Unbelievable. Residents evacuated. Widespread power outages as wild weather lashes state. As it happened, Victoria records 4 new COVID-19 cases. Melbourne restrictions to ease. NSW, QLD alerts issued. The secret to homeschooling survival: get the work done and keep smiling. Wallabies will leave in droves if we pick overseas players like Springboks. Rennie. Real and present danger, great frustration as locals rush for tests in ice-cold conditions. Angry, in pain and perplexed, patients question ban on operations. Going gangbusters on crime while integrity watchdog goes missing. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. TaxWatch, IRS is writing to 36 million families telling them how much they'll get with new child tax credit. I'm thankful that I had my abortion. Supreme Court will hear challenge on Mississippi abortion law. Here's what's at stake. America's most prestigious corporate boards are still being filled by mostly white men. In one chart, this industry saw a 112% rise in job openings since the pandemic, and it's not leisure and hospitality. Billionaire Patrick Drahi's Altus snaps up $3 billion stake in telecom giant BT. Real retirement: there are lots of best places to retire lists. Here's how to get to the truth. California's rising house prices increase the risk of more wildfires, and there could be devastating consequences. The big move: our home builder just abandoned us. Where can we buy a home now, with prices rising so fast? Kelley Blue Book, the 2021 Mazda 3 versus 2021 Hyundai Elantra, which is better? NerdWallet, solving the student debt problem will take more than loan forgiveness. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. China's overly broad junk patent dragnet could snare legitimate filings. Everyday IP, the notable IP of golf, basketball and other sports. Lexology. Russia, FSB poised for additional responsibilities under new national security strategy. Intelligence Online. Telemedicine companies can use patent law as a strategic advantage. Intellectual property, United States. Mondac News alerts. Fed, Circ, unsure PTAB in Apple challenge to Lens IP, Law 360. Adam Mossef, does Congress really want to stop medical innovation? Richmond County Daily Journal. Drawing 29,249 smiley faces is what it takes to drain a standard ballpoint pen. South Florida Reporter. IP and clean technology, tips for companies focused on resource recovery in a circular economy. J.D. Supra. COVID Lockdown Insanity book released by Hugh McTavish, PhD immunologist. iNews. Breaking the ice, IP work lights up litigators' practice. Minnesota lawyer. The next headlines are from Quartz. For all it's made in India, bitch, Covaxin is the most expensive COVID-19 vaccine in India. JBS ransom, G7 agenda, Stiletto Crocs. A proposed diamond mining project in India could lead to the felling of over 200,000 trees. 5G is opening up a slew of new job opportunities for Indians. Here is what Africa's telecom sector is doing with its booming global funding. The Indian IT industry has cut carbon emission by 85% during the pandemic, but will it last? El Salvador is luring Bitcoin fans while Salvadorans are seeking asylum. Philadelphia is offering extreme vaccine incentives with help from Wharton economists. How the U.S. easing travel restrictions affects France, Germany, and the United Kingdom. Balenciaga's stiletto Crocs are dumb footwear but great marketing. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Denuvo is still claiming it's in the anti-piracy business even as games continue to strip out Denuvo post-launch. Content moderation case study, pretty much every platform overreacts to content removal stimuli, 2015. Ring will now require law enforcement requests for camera footage to be made publicly. Map of the Internet exposes the lie that big tech controls the Internet. After multiple reports of Department of Justice targeting journalists' communications, the Department of Justice finally says it will stop targeting journalists. Daily Deal, Scaffold Hub developer plans subscription. Data analysis shows that Trump's messages still receive tons of attention, though his disinformation doesn't travel as far. FTC gives movie pass execs a wrist slap for changing passwords so users couldn't watch movies. Citizen drops its plan to become private cops, claims it was never interested in forming a private security force. 3 years after an officer killed a suicidal teen, law enforcement releases report that raises more questions. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Nuggets vs. Suns. Deshaun Watson. Blake Lively. Bruins. Johnny Depp. CMT Awards 2021. Lindsey Buckingham Fleetwood Mac. Awake. USA vs. Costa Rica. Novak Djokovic. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. More than 1,000 people arrested in China over allegations of money laundering using cryptocurrencies. Researchers discover cool Neptune-like planet that might have clouds made of water. World highest daily COVID-19 death toll recorded in India after Eastern state revises numbers upwards. Lukashenko turning Belarus into Europe's North Korea, Tikhanovskaya tells U.S. Senate, asking Biden for sanctions against industry. India's economy shows signs of recovery with huge jump in exports and imports. Ukrainian plan for new race law, which refuses to recognize Russians as indigenous people, has echoes of Hitler, Putin warns. White House announces it will donate 500 million doses of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine to low-income countries. Rescue operation underway as Mumbai building collapses after first monsoon downpour, killing 11 and injuring many more. Video. Saudi Arabia says it is no longer an oil-producing country. As U.S. military exits from Afghanistan, Pentagon considering airstrikes if Taliban threaten to take Kabul. Media. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. COVID-19 vaccine prices, comparing the U.S. and EU. First European physical gold ATM opens in Prague, Czech Republic. The places that rich people are leaving. Dr. Fauci's preposterous lie, attacks on me are attacks on science. Oxford students remove Queen's portrait from college common room over colonial history. Euro 2020 favorites, modeling the beautiful game. Zelensky tells Biden Ukraine needs clear plan for accession to NATO. Israel Defense Forces strike Syria, as Netanyahu struggles to remain. China's white-collar workers face invasive surveillance by big tech overlords. Blinken props up Biden in European charade for new Cold War. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. 2 years after Windrush scandal, many await compensation. Israeli forces kill Palestinian officers in undercover mission. Rockets hit near U.S. troops, contractors in Iraq. India, several dead in Mumbai as building collapses in heavy rain. China's three-child policy, too little too late? 350,000 people in famine conditions in Ethiopia's Tigray, report. Afghanistan's babies. Bangladesh to monitor TikTok after girls lured by traffickers. Child labor on the rise for the first time since 2000, UN. Why is populism so unpopular in Japan? The next headlines are from Breitbart. Rand Paul, Fauci's one-size-fits-all approach on vaccine based on regular people aren't smart enough to make decisions. Report, unvaccinated students numbered with Sharpie and trapped at high school prom. Senate Dems threaten to block World Cup funds unless women's soccer team gets equal pay. Cruz, if Biden wants to show he can do something, he should get EU to bar Huawei from Europe. Report, Congressional Black Caucus blocking Black Republican Braun on American League Division Series from joining. Former GOP Rep Jim Renaxi to challenge Ohio Governor Mike DeWine. Barbara Comstock, GOP will pass the Trump kidney stone soon, he's not going to be the future of anything. Sanctuary State Massachusetts, illegal alien charged with raping teen on Martha's Vineyard Ferry. 12 people who were cancelled for using the N-word like Hunter Biden. Nolte, poll shows 80% prefer offensive, inaccurate speech over government censorship. The next headlines are from UPI News. $1 Powerball ticket spent 3 weeks in oblivious winner's wallet. Watch, Michigan woman reunited with lost class ring after 46 years. Watch, dog rescued by ship crew after wandering Arctic for over a week. Watch, Massachusetts friends earn over $1 million in scholarships. Watch, mystery substance staining beachgoers' feet in Maine identified as bugs. Dog missing after highway crash found herding sheep days later. Swiss golfer plays 252 holes in 12 hours for Guinness record. Lucy Mew captured at British Columbia Airport escapes again. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Siri and Alexa don't support African languages, but this nonprofit swooped in to offer 60 new voices, including Welsh. Let's do it. Alzheimer's patient asks wife to marry him after falling in love for a second time. As incarceration rate falls, U.S. prisons are being repurposed into homeless shelters, farms, even movie studios. New shipping material made from popcorn can replace styrofoam peanuts. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Thursday, June 10th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. In California, San Francisco nears herd immunity, beware vaccine lottery scams. Naked people will once again ride bikes through Philadelphia, but must still mask up. This invisible sculpture just sold for over $18,000. Nurses attempt to prove vaccines make people magnetic, hilariously backfires. The boys in their summer dresses. Scientists discover a new, and very cute, species of chocolate frog. Today's news. The dumbest guy in Congress asks U.S. Forest Service if it can change moon's orbit. No, Louis, you cannot alter the moon's orbit to stop climate change. Florida men were flying to get tacos when small plane went down in the Everglades. Cicadas delay White House press ahead of Biden overseas trip. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Facebook, why stop at a smartwatch? We need more subtech. Facebook's idea of 2 cameras on a watch gives me the creeps. Apple might have leaked the M1X MacBook Pro on YouTube, and no one noticed. Trump just shat on 46M Bitcoin hodlers, good luck in 2024. Grace the robot nurse cannot replace human caregivers. Will your autonomous car abandon you if you miss payments? You know what's better than a one-battery e-bike, a dual-battery e-bike. 3 in 10 Americans would rather swim with sharks than ride an autonomous vehicle. This bundle includes a year of PlayStation Plus and 10 Unity game creation courses, all for under $70. Survey reveals range anxiety is bunk, European F drivers go further than ICE Luddites. The following headlines are from Science Daily. An atomic look at lithium-rich batteries. Laughing gas relief symptoms in people with treatment-resistant depression. Having trouble falling asleep predicts cognitive impairment in later life. Persistent insomnia symptoms since childhood associated with mood, anxiety disorders. How catalysts age. Rapamycin changes the way our DNA is stored. Women's mental health has higher association with dietary factors. Origin of fairy circles, euphorbia hypothesis disproved. Astronomers discover a changing look blazer. Study shows adaptive brain response to stress and its absence in people with depression. The next headlines are from Information Week. Becoming a self-taught cybersecurity pro. Syngenta talks cloud migration and digital agriculture. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Thursday, June 10th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. Teams engineer complex human tissues, win top prizes in NASA Challenge. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Why does lumber to build new homes in Utah cost $35,000 more than a year ago? Blame the coronavirus. What may move in when Draper Prison moves out? How about a Central Park and housing? Lots of it. Bear River fire grows, causing highway to close. Governor Spencer Cox issues drought order, bans fireworks on state land. Utah Jazz center Rudy Gobert wins NBA's Defensive Player of the Year award for third time in 4 years. RSL keeper David Ochoa doesn't play in USMNT's 4-0 win over Costa Rica, but receives plenty of praise. Utah's large music venues are reopening gradually. Here's who's scheduled to perform so far. Mormon Land, Joseph Smith's renegade, revolutionary campaign for president and why it still resonates today. Utah County to reduce park water usage by an average of 40%. Fireworks still a wildfire threat even after state ban. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. Apple's first AR headset to launch in Q2 of 2022. What would you pay for autonomous driving? Volkswagen hopes $8.50 per hour. Ring refuses to say how many users had video footage obtained by police. Facebook plans first smartwatch for next summer with 2 cameras, heart rate monitor. Several macOS Monterey features unavailable on Intel-based Macs. Facebook says it will expand remote work to all employees, but may reduce pay if they move to less expensive area. President of El Salvador says he is working to offer Bitcoin mining facilities with cheap, 100% clean and renewable energy from volcanoes. One Fastly customer triggered internet meltdown. Whale that traveled halfway around the world sets migration record. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Man who lost his brother to gun violence makes good on his promise to protect and serve others. Bus driver shortage forces Rockwood School District to alter some routes. St. Louis using zebra-style delineators to help separate car and bike traffic. Gall infestations could kill oak trees if left untreated. St. Louis area schools change mask requirements for summer school. NY youth pastor accused of sexual assault on Hazelwood child remains in custody. Extradition expected soon. Missouri Department of Natural Resources Director Carol Kummer dies. Mom pleads guilty in child endangerment case tied to 2019 Lafayette Park fire. Construction on new $12 million training facility underway in Chesterfield. Lake of the Ozarks hopes to set a new world record on the water. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. No bones about it, dog owners fight to preserve Fiesta Island Park. California regulators withdraw controversial work mask rules. North County bluff collapse prompts speech concerns. County moves into state's least restrictive tier, 62 new cases, 1 death reported. County approves new migrant services office. Facing labor shortage, Belmont Park puts $20,000 toward bonuses. Supervisors okay marijuana review policy, changes for existing facilities. City has $1 million in unclaimed funds waiting for San Diegans. With quake ruled out, San Diego's mystery boom was likely sonic. Crews work to contain 925-acre wildfire burning at Camp Pendleton. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. Jailed American spy expects Russia to release him, hopes Biden will discuss it with Putin. Spy, is the stock market melting up? StockNews.com. The Courier spotlights lesser-known true story of spy recruited by UK's Secret Foreign Intelligence 90.1 FM wave. Ex-Mossad chief Tamir Pardo, Netanyahu broke policy with Iran, U.S. 2022 Mercedes-AMG SL prototype sheds camo in new spy photos. Ex-Mossad director dismisses China threat, criticizing hardline U.S. policy. Florida youth minister arrested after teen finds hidden camera in church bathroom. Florida youth minister charged with voyeurism after hidden camera found in church bathroom. Wish TV Indianapolis News Indiana weather Indiana traffic. Genesis GV60 spotted testing again with latest spy images. Youth minister charged with voyeurism after hidden camera found in church bathroom. News Channel 3-12. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. U.S. Navy test modern counter-UAS technologies aboard USS Shiloh cruiser. Ukrainian anti-tank missile show phenomenal accuracy during demo. U.S. Navy launches its new, more lethal Flight 3 destroyer. U.S. military successfully test low-cost reusable drone interceptor system. US F-35s join Israeli, Italian, and UK partners for Falcon Strike 21 exercise. US Air Force evaluates electric aircraft for medevac missions. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. US Senate plans to spend hundreds of billions to counter China. Chinese internet reacts to women complaining about boys and female changing rooms. A look inside Shine, the $45 billion retail enigma upending the global fashion industry. Chinese egg grocers Ding Dong Mackay and Miss Fresh both file for US IPO. The Zhonghe Wars and colonization in Central Asia. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Thursday, June 10, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Photos, possible hit and run on Sutter Street in SF. Southbound lanes near Southland Mall in Hayward closed due to crash. Cal OSHA changes workplace mask rule throughout California. Heartbroken neighbors show love for 7-year-old Liam Husted. Study finds most employees don't want to return to the office. San Bruno man suspected in Marina District shooting arrested. Water shortage emergency declared in Santa Clara County. Shooting at Santa Rosa Park leaves woman critically injured. El Chapo's wife to plead guilty to helping run drug cartel. Woman sexually assaulted during attempted robbery in Redwood City. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Committee, Arlington Heights should have a say on track site's future. I didn't want the chickens to die. Addison firefighters, repair shop workers save thousands of hens. Constable, Anthology celebrates 75 years of Writers' Workshop. East Dundee Village administrator fired after acknowledging relationship with assistant. Oakbrook dentist sent to jail for practicing after losing his license. More charges filed against Palatine man accused of kidnapping, rape. West Suburban Community Pantry reopens with increased capacity, Amazon Fresh partnership. More Illinois kids ages 12 to 15 are getting COVID-19 shots. State task force considers redesigning, moving MLK monument. Jim O'Donnell, do Joshua sad about probable end of Arlington? Don't bet on it. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. ACLU of Washington decries Compassion Seattle Homeless Charter Amendment. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in United States. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, Iran, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Azerbaijan, Iraq, Iran, Lebanon, Jordan, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Drought is ongoing in Mexico. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Libya, Tunisia. Drought is ongoing in Kenya. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Thursday, June 10th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from Cipher Brief Security News and High-Level Analysis. Why the China-Russia relationship should worry you, Part 2. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Sketch released of man who sexually assaulted victim in bathroom. Houston uptown robbery victim says she was abducted from her own office. HEB no longer requiring vaccinated customers to wear masks. $10,000 needed for 4-year-old heart surgery stolen from family van. 70-year-old getting PhD threatened with eviction after enrolling in online class. Papa John's delivery man left without car after his catalytic converter gets stolen. Galveston store offering $5,000 reward after grandmother was attacked at Kroger. U.S. to experience first solar eclipse since 2017 this morning, how to watch live. Here's why rain chances will go back up next week. Crocs stilettos unveiled at Balenciaga fashion show. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Less than 1% developed fever after Medigen phase II trial, Medigen CEO. China says U.S. revoking of Chinese apps ban a positive step. Founder of Insuro unveils why he picked Taiwan instead of Italy. Islamic State claims killing demoners in North Afghanistan. Lawyers, Avenatti shamed, merits leniency for Nike extortion. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. NYC says it will end absent teacher reserve rubber rooms. Extra, hey, what's the deal with Yasher Ali? One of New York City's best ice cream parlors jumps into the burgers and fries game. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Photos, you may now recline alongside Lady Liberty in Manhattan. Early edition, enough with the working from home, let's get back on some sweaty trains. Facing questions about where he lives, Eric Adams invites reporters to Brooklyn home. Early voting starts Saturday, here's what you need to know. The Bronx was hit hardest economically by COVID pandemic, new report says. Police arrest suspect for murder of 10-year-old boy. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Investing in lives and livelihoods of India's women crucial to nation's full recovery. From climate change to COVID, are we ready to deal with disasters? First person, owner of first vegan football club scoring sustainable goals. Child labor figure rises to 160 million, as COVID puts many more at risk. Nations pledge to tackle inequalities as part of new targets to end AIDS by 2030. Damage to coral reefs hurts fishing communities in Central America. Afghanistan, UN condemns horrendous attack on demeaning partner Halo Trust. Inclusivity is my key to success. Outgoing ICC prosecutor urges Security Council to keep focus on justice in Darfur. Nigeria's Twitter ban is part of a larger attack on civil society. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Lawsuit accuses digital recognition network of secretly collecting billions of license plates. How a 100-year-old science experiment helped create the fuel of the future. Healthcare Journal publishes research calling whiteness a parasitic condition without permanent cure. Massachusetts School Committee allows real-time crime center to monitor students live. Secure messaging app used by criminals operated by FBI. Apple and SAW team up to create digital ID for air travel. German power grids prepare for Thursday's solar eclipse. Two-tier society, full capacity Foo Fighters, Springsteen, Strokes gigs announced for fully vaccinated only. The Wall Street captured Fed consolidates its power under Biden. Is the 3Cs initiative the West's answer to China's Belt and Road? The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Raptors, twists and drops on Universal's new Jurassic ride. Bear found stuck on power pole in Arizona. Why it's difficult for children to understand sarcasm. Flight attendant goes off on rude passengers, TikTok videos show. Jackpot, new archives will preserve history of game shows. On an Echo, Amazon may be helping itself to your bandwidth. Federal probe, protest was not broken up due to Trump photo op. Is this a real science textbook introduction? ProPublica report reveals how Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and other billionaires legally avoid taxes. What exactly is the seas not plaguing Turkey's Sea of Marmara? We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. From reality TV villain to stand-up comedian, Summer House's Hannah Berner on the torture of the Hamptons. Biden's first international test, can he save Ukraine from Putin? It's smoke and terrariums for Hilton Carter's old-fashioned. What it's like to visit Iceland right now. After a hellish year, trans people can still embrace gender euphoria. This is some BS, women's group rails against Biden in action on equal rights amendment. Here's why Andrew Yang keeps trafficking in Asian stereotypes. Fire the IRS chief who doesn't care if the rich don't pay. How Kim Kardashian exploited porn. Meet the women having a hot girl summer, and staying sober. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Yankees Giancarlo Stanton wants doctored baseballs out of game. Islanders getting another shot at Lightning. Seattle becomes first major U.S. city to fully vaccinate 70%, mayor says. The new guy, Biden debuts at the democracy's most exclusive club. Giancarlo Stanton blasts 2 homers in Yankees win. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Snapshot, intergalactic census reveals where stars are born. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Biden administration buys 500 million Pfizer doses for global use. How to watch the rare Ring of Fire solar eclipse on Thursday. U.S. COVID-19 vaccination rate slows as Biden's July 4th goal approaches. 17 million salmon will be released into SF Bay in bid to save species. FDA approves potential game-changer drug for weight loss, but it comes with a hefty price tag. FDA approves new drug to fight obesity. Arizona governor issues declarations of emergency in response to wildfires. U.S. averages under 1 million daily COVID shots as vaccinations lose steam nationwide. Tick discovery near California beaches prompts Lyme disease warning. California is loading young salmon into tankers, driving them to the sea due to severe drought. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. The Emerald Tablet of Thoth and its biggest ancient secrets. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Rainbow Roadmap, a handy little guide to help you organize your queer agenda. Hawaii cops not charged in fatal shooting of 16-year-old Micronesian boy. Bust of only black man on Lewis and Clark expedition vandalized in Portland, or Michigan officials report the first human case of a deadly hantavirus known as Nombre virus. CIT, Ohio nurse hilariously fails to prove COVID vaccine makes people magnetic, key falls from her neck. Gender reveal party explosion causes wildfire in Canada. Ring of Fire solar eclipse 2021, how you can watch it. Crazy ST, White House lawyer says Trump told him to mislead Mueller despite likely criminality. Man rescued after spending 2 days stuck in vineyard farm equipment, police said. Former Megadeth bassist David Ellefson files police report over revenge porn. The following headlines are from military.com. Biden praises U.S. troops and families during speech in England. Air Force's last POW retires after more than 30 years of service. U.S. Navy ship rescues 15 mariners off coast of Somalia. 2-star fired after failures in deadly AAV disaster. San Antonio base locked down for hour after gunfire reported. Marine killed at Pearl Harbor laid to rest in California. Key lawmakers want to get rid of TRICARE premiums for dependents under age 26. Mini Lady Liberty statue heads to U.S. for July 4th celebrations. Marine Corps shuts down Central America deployment amid budget pressures. All clear after unspecified threat locks down Pearl Harbor. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. More than 2 years after Aurora mass shooting exposed flaws in state gun laws, Illinois Democrats have yet to act. What are you going to do when the state reopens without restrictions? Readers reveal their plans. Fisherman pushed into Lake Michigan. SUV slams into boy, 5, while its driver shoots at another car during road rage incident, hit and run on South Side. The Spin, Solis wired up on Madigan Republican sue, ask judge to toss dim drawn legislative remap RV shooting prompts renewed criticism of mayor. Corrections and clarifications. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 50,231 vaccine doses administered, 408 new COVID-19 cases and 23 additional deaths reported Wednesday. Coalition of activists and lawyers calls draft of Chicago police foot pursuit policy a disappointment. Victim identified in fatal Waukegan weekend shooting. Teachers strike ends at Urban Prep, Chicago's first all-boys charter high school, after sides reach contract deal. The following headlines are from phys.org. Scientists explore lipid metabolism with simulations and experiments. Vegan spider silk provides sustainable alternative to single-use plastics. Losing nature impacts Black, Hispanic, and low-income Americans most. Global plastics production falls for first time since 2008. Looking for love, white rhino Emma lands in Japan. Scientists hail golden age to trace bird migration with tech. Two Viking relatives reunited in Denmark after 1,000 years. Archaeologists stick hilltop over Plymouth Rock one last time. Rocket on pad, China ready to send first crew to space station. Scientists create unique instrument to probe the most extreme matter on Earth. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Thursday, June 10th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Italy asks to replace injured Pellegrini with Castrovilli. Prince Philip wasn't looking forward to centenary fuss. EU vows a firm response as Brexit tensions rise anew. EPL club drops shirt sponsor after fans backlash. Lawyers urge ICC to probe alleged crimes against Ayers. Celtic hires former Australia coach Postecoglou as manager. A year late, Italy and Turkey play opening game at Euro 2020. Hong Kong opens vaccine drive to children aged 12 and older. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Horoscopes June 10, 2021, Shane West, don't trust others to know what's best for you. Bridge, June 10, 2021. Word Game, June 10, 2021. Ask Amy, he's up to 200 years a week, and he thinks I'm bluffing about divorce. Harriet Cole, I told my son I'm pregnant, and he hates the idea. Miss Manners, my doctor doesn't understand how much this upsets me. Dear Abby, I think it's a slap in the face for these newlyweds to expect a gift. CCS softball playoffs, semifinal results, final schedule. 18-year-old Antioch woman dies following highway crash. Prep basketball, Riordan advances to CCS Open final in wild finish over St. Ignatius. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Asia welcomes U.S. COVID-19 vaccine donations amid cold storage worries. Why do some people get side effects after COVID-19 vaccines? Europe tells tourists, welcome back, now work out the rules. Allies hope to bond, look beyond the coronavirus at G7 summit in UK. Michael Avenatti lawyers say he deserves leniency in Nike extortion case. State Bar of Texas investigating AG Ken Paxton's bid to overturn 2020 election. Propaganda, vandals deface billboard honoring slain Chicago cop. JBS, meat processing company, paid $11 million ransom in cyber attack. Department of Justice waters down promise to vigorously defend religious schools' LGBTQ exemptions. The next headlines are from The Intercept. New York Senate confirms Prokop District Attorney to highest court. Expanding biolab complex in Berkeley has residents worried. Killed in the darkness. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Thursday, June 10, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. New twist on DNA data storage lets users preview stored files. Molecular changes in white blood cells can help diagnose the Panzerler in divers. Lodgers on manganese nodules, sponges promote a high diversity. Rural residents, American Indians travel farthest for certified stroke care. Patient-provider discussions about bariatric surgery play pivotal role in weight loss outcomes. Say goodbye to your camera bump. While researchers miniaturize optics by discovering counterpart 2 lens. Monoclonal antibody therapy for COVID-19 safe, effective for transplant patients. Large-scale brain epigenetic study provides new insights into dementia. Drug commonly used as antidepressant helps fight cancer in mice. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Man charged with sexually abusing 10-year-old girl on Logan Square porch. 9 shot, 3 fatally, Wednesday in Chicago. Infinite, in Mark Wahlberg's reincarnation thriller, a lot of action you've lived through before. Man missing from Jefferson Park. Horoscope for Thursday, June 10, 2021. White Sox get sloppy late in 6-2 loss to Blue Jays. 2 teens wounded, 1 critically, in far South Side shooting. Candace Parker returns as Sky snaps 7-game losing streak. 2-year-old girl missing from Austin found safe. White Sox second baseman Nick Madrigal leaves game with hamstring injury. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Thursday, June 10, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Texas Democrats hope George Floyd's murder would make major police reform possible. They were wrong. Dennis DeYoung wraps up recording career with nostalgic, yet timely 26 East Volume 2. Deshaun Watson told Kareem Jackson, "I want to be in Denver." Best virtual bets, Real Pride, Silent Earth, and Music at Miller. Main Street Theater announces its new season starting in fall 2021. Upcoming Houston food events, Mayan-inspired tacos and a Juneteenth celebration from top chefs. Houston Methodist suspends 178 workers for not taking COVID vaccine with firings to follow. Comicpalooza 2021 announces stars from The Mandalorian will be at this year's event. Houston Concert Watch 6/9, Chapel Hart, Hayes Carl and more. Dend explores what makes a happy man. The next headlines are about world records making news. Six Flags Great Adventure announces opening of triple world record shattering Jersey Devil coaster, Business Wire. Euro 2020 Daily Report, Ronaldo edges closer to world record, betting Betfair. World Record Drone Show promotes Energy Networks, AV Magazine. World Record Holding People-Powered Press moves to Bradford District, in your area. On this day in 2006, Virender Sehwag narrowly missed out on world record by smashing 99 before lunch on day 1, times now. Topeka 63-year-old chases own unofficial 100 world record after double kidney transplant, WIBW. The rundown, the 10,000 world record goes down twice and Canada announces its marathon Olympic teams, Canadian Running Magazine. Dad breaks world record after completing 1.5 million push-ups, laudable. Seb Cole reveals the inside story on his unforgettable 800 Florence run, 40 years on, Daily Mail. World Record Wednesday, crushing a watermelon with your thighs 97.9 WRMF 97.9 WRMF. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. 1.6 million voltage testers recalled over shock hazard. Sony's first drone is a $9,000 professional gray beast. Watch the adorable Sweet Tooth series get even more adorable with a blooper reel. SpaceX's Starlink wants to provide your in-flight Wi-Fi. Rogue One's crew is finally getting the Star Wars figures they deserve. I would rather die than let Facebook monitor my heart rate. Biden will reportedly buy 500 million Pfizer vaccine doses to donate globally. Apple TV Plus' Alien Invasion series looks suspiciously invasion-free. A little laughing gas can help treat depression, small study finds. Jurassic World, Dominion's first footage will play with F9 in IMAX theaters. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Nuwasib in Kuwait at 120.02 degrees Fahrenheit or 48.9 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was University Weid in Dome Fuji at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. These macOS Monterey features won't work on Intel Macs. Mystery malware steals 26M passwords from 3M PCs. Are you affected? Don't look now, but GameStop stock is approaching record highs again. The world is rocked by the arrival of Aliens and Invasion teaser trailer. Record label sue another ISP, demanding mass disconnections of internet users. Hospital suspends 178 healthcare workers for failing to get COVID vaccine. Bitcoin now legal tender in El Salvador, first nation to adopt cryptocurrency. Google kills its augmented reality measure app. Battlefield 2042 will host 128-player combat on PC, next-gen consoles October 22nd. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Fear of coronavirus will no longer be acceptable reason for Texans on unemployment to turn down job offers. Laughing at Trump's backward pants won't save us from the 21st century gulag. Who's pulling Joe Manchin's strings? His highly suspicious reversal follows donation from corporate lobby. Ex-prosecutor tells Merrick Garland indicting Trump might be difficult, but it's also the right thing. Capitol rioter armed with mace and a boot knife arrested for attacking police. Top Mueller lawyer urges Biden and Garland to rethink their overly broad protections of Donald Trump. MagDAO points to groundbreaking report pleading with Biden tyrant proof the presidency from another Trump. West Virginia is running the country while looking nothing like the country, analysis. Washington Post Pence scathing editorial demanding answers from Manchin and Murkowski. Florida City moves to ban casinos amid state compact that could let Trump open one, report. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Killing Nemo, clownfish on coastal reefs live shorter lives. Ransomware attacks are hitting small business, and some of them are military subcontractors. How the George Floyd uprising was framed for white guys. Ring of Fire, Death Star, behold tomorrow's solar eclipse. Sorry Louis, we cannot alter the Earth's orbit to fix climate change. Is Andrew Cuomo scared of a New York victims' rights bill? Slow news is good news. Is canceling student debt regressive? Actually it's the opposite, a new study finds. This geoengineering trick could maybe save the Great Barrier Reef. Should Facebook be held liable if its advertising algorithm discriminates? The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Contacting aliens could end all life on Earth. Let's stop trying, The Washington Post. We need a plan if we find we're not alone, Business Day. Was Venus once a good home for life? NASA missions aim to find out, Science magazine. NASA's new chief on SpaceX's Mars rocket, UFOs and going back to the moon, WAAY. CU Boulder the site of 53-year-old report on UFOs. What do the findings say? CU Boulder today. Is AI really that intelligent? Financial Times. Board of Works meeting Thursday morning, Seymour Tribune. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. The emerging revival of psychedelics in neuroscience, BBN Times. For early amphibians, a new lifestyle meant a new spine, UREC alert. Hippocampal cell communication is bidirectional, research, IllinoisNewsToday.com. As novel sites become familiar, different brain rhythms, neurons take over, Science Daily. The gene regulatory system for specifying germ layers in early embryos of the simple chordate, Science Advances. Dopaminergic organization of striatum is linked to cortical activity and brain expression of genes associated with psychiatric illness. Science advances. Mechanical allodynia in neuropathic pain JPR, Dove Medical Press. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Thursday, June 10, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Going public with UFO accounts garnered ridicule for Air Force officers. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Thursday, June 10, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News.8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News.8. All rights reserved.